Welcome back. So, something popped up on my feed, and I thought I would provide a little bit of additional material this week. Mr. Beast has just had another flop, unfortunately. That's what people are calling it. A Las Vegas event, Las Vegas event, where fans, supporters paid $1,000 for a 3-day immersive event, was never really quite delivered. And the only information out there, which is just one or two posts currently on X, basically explain that instead of an immersive experience, and we can't get the information on that because the hotel resort in Vegas, as well as apparently Mr. Beast's team, allegedly, they've wiped all of this from online. Okay, from wherever it was being advertised and promoted. So we can't actually get the information of what was this 3-day event meant to be about. And so, from a PR perspective, immediately I'm going to look to see what statement the team have put out. And right now, the only statement that has been published has been in response to someone's complaint. There's only one complaint visible, and it's the same statement that has been provided to another ex user in their DMs. So the statement reads, "Hey, this definitely isn't the experience we hoped they'd deliver," referring to their resort. "My team's already on it. I'd love to personally make it up to you and anyone else by inviting everybody affected to tour my actual studio. Can't wait to meet you all, and my team is reaching out to everyone." Alexa Kilroy on X painted quite a miserable picture, unfortunately, but was placated by this offer as she was immediately responded to by the team in her DMs with the same statement. Alexa Kilroy on X says, "Feels like no one is talking about the Mr. Beast experience, chaos in Vegas, side eye." Mr. Beast was supposed to hold a 3-day experiential event at the Resorts World the past few days. There were zero activations. The hotel staff had no clue what was going on. People who booked the $1,000 experience got a box of Feastables chocolates dropped in their room the first day. The next day, they got a mystery bag of merch from last year's drop in completely random sizes, extra small than XXXL. Clearly merch, she says, that just didn't sell otherwise. She continues, "While the guests were at the property confused and frustrated, Resorts World and Mr. Beast discreetly wiped the landing pages, allegedly, and social collateral for this experience from the internet. In the hotel guest rooms, a Mr. Beast experience image remained frozen on the TV without further info." And then finally, Alexa says, "On the last day of the experience, the CEO of Resorts World showed up in the hotel with a ton of donuts and tried to apologize to a ton of angry guests. Even worse, Resorts World signed a contract locking in 4 of these experiential events over the course of the year. This," Alexa says, "is Mr. Beast's second major entrepreneurial flop in a row after Lunchly." Now, the additional edit that Alexa Kilroy, a user on X, provided was that Mr. Beast's team or the account DM'd immediately, and this was a response. The same statement that I read out earlier. "Hey, this definitely isn't the experience we hope they deliver. My team's already on it. I'd love to personally make it up to you and everyone else by inviting everybody affected to tour my actual studio. Can't wait to meet you all, and my team is reaching out to everyone." Um, your tweet doesn't mention that we're flying them all down for a personal studio tour. So there you have, so far, what we know. Now, the way that this has been managed is that it's alluding to perhaps accountability, responsibility lying with the resort. That's what the statement is basically suggesting, and that the team is on it and they're going to basically recover the situation and compensate those who are suffering a loss allegedly, right? Um, Very interesting, very standard practice. Repeat that statement to anyone who's saying anything. And then you just basically, once you've sort of repaired and recovered fully, you can then issue another statement that's a little bit more detailed, perhaps, to explain exactly what went on, why it happened, and again, what you're doing to repair. What's happened right now is that there's very little in terms of audience voice, in terms of complaint that's out there. Some news outlets are covering it, some are providing their experience, I guess, information to different sources. I'm not quite sure whether Alexa was actually there. She was speaking as if it was from her personal experience. But that's what you're basically going to get in one of these crises. You're going to get the actual sort of information, which can be quite damaging to your brand, being published. There's not that much of it though, but there's enough for people like me, who and much more established channels reporting on it. And then there's enough there for people to search and then to look for a statement and a response, which has been given. So, in terms of acting quickly, maybe it's been 24 plus hours since they've issued a statement, but at least one has been done. So, this is a good way to go, but I would still sort of have follow up questions, and it's something that they might address when they issue the bigger statement, hopefully. And that is why your team wasn't on it in the first place. If your team's on it now, to fly everyone in to your studio, why weren't they on it in the first place? What's gone on? Especially considering you have apparently had a flop before. So what's going on in your ranks, in your behind the scenes with your team? That should be something that should be resolved pretty quickly before there's any further damage to your brand, which is humongous. Let me know your thoughts. This was a very quick, trending, public relations bit of commentary on something which you may or may not have sort of heard about. You might not even know who Mr. Beast is, but I just thought I would share this as a real life example, just to give you a little bit of sort of active material to hopefully contextualize some of this sort of PR tip technique, advice that I share, so you can really make it more relevant, with a living example that's currently trending a tiny bit in the news, which again is odd. Usually you would expect a lot more. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for subscribing if you've already, and please do consider it. Weekly tutorials available. I'll see you in the next one.